Hello everybody and welcome back to another electrifying cast by yours truly, Sparky. Now, I'm going to be casting yet again, yes, yet again, another game for the Path of Ascension series, and giving out some good manners there. Good luck, have fun. Even my opponent here, jamierazor, has good manners, saying you too. So yes, there are good manners here in bronze level play. So my opponent is going to be jamierazor, as I said before, spawning as the red Zerg here on Metalopolis at the 3 o'clock, and I will be spawning as the blue Protoss on Metalopolis at the 12 o'clock. Now, I'm going to be going extremely standard here, or standard to my knowledge, because the deviation of this is either you get it at 8 or you get it at 10. I prefer to get it at 8 so I'm not supply blocked. And if you're really good, you can do it at 10, or you get it at 9 or something, and then you aren't supply blocked and you have that one extra probe. I don't know if it's better to get it at 8 or 9 or 10. I don't know. I just prefer to get it at 8. So I'm going to be doing that, then sending out that probe to scout around for me, and he's going to be scouting around at the incorrect places, as he was not here, nor is he here. He is actually right across from me. And if we look at this, he's going to be going standard-ish. I guess he's getting 13 pool. A little early. Most people get at 14 into 14 hatch or of some kind or something like that. Excuse me. I just ate dinner, so I'm a little burpy. Not sure what the real word is for that, but I'm going to be droning up. My APM is perfectly spammed, but now it is falling down as I am actually doing something, so my real APM comes out, and it's actually 0! No, it's 12. But if you look at the production tab real quick, I'm getting a bunch of stuff here, and so is he. He is almost finished with his spawning pool. I'm getting my gas. He's getting his gas. I'm getting more probes. He's getting more drones. And I'm finishing up my first gateway, and then I scout this, I see a pool, and I'm like, I hate Zerg. And as a Protoss player, I actually do hate playing Zerg. It is so annoying, especially Muta Ling. I just can't handle it. Rage quit every time. I'm putting down my Cybernetics core right after gateway, very standard, and also putting my pylon right after that, also very standard for myself at least. Then putting that probe in that little gap right there to finish that wall off, just in case that he does get a bunch of Zerglings out and decides to try to rush me. I'm going to have that perfectly walled in for a moment, and right there, Chrono Boost right on time for the Zealot, who is going to switch with my probe and some good micro here by myself. Going to be able to take out this drone here and trap him there, and he just notices, but he dies. So yeah, even microed away the probe who had no shield, so he has perfect health, so he actually took virtually no damage. I am chrono boosting out my warp gate as of now, and my opponent is now getting his second gas a bit early also. I'm not sure when people usually get their second gas, but as a Zerg player right now, for him at least, he should not need that second gas. He should be more worried about getting minerals at the moment, because he's committing to this push here. As you can see, he has 8 Zerglings, which means 4 drones that have not been made. He's also got far more gas than he needs, unless he's going for like Banelings or something like that. But he's actually getting a really early evolution chamber. I don't know if I should say I don't recommend it as a Zerg player. I did play Zerg, loved it until they did the patch and, in my opinion, overpowered the Zerg. Don't quote me on that, I'm actually... But yeah, and I did switch over to Protoss because I believe them to be underpowered. You can quote me on that one. And moving my probes onto my second gas, as I had just gotten that, getting out my second gateway. But what I was saying was, he doesn't need this gas here. Like, as you can see, when you get a gas as a Zerg, you invest 4 drones into it. Now he's taking up, getting his hatchery, or his hive. No, his lair. There you go. Lair, that's what I was talking about. And he's even got Zergling speed on the way, but he is getting a early upgrade, which is pretty good. As a Zerg player, you can probably do that easier than most people, because your evolution chamber actually costs so little compared to like a Protoss with a forge, which is 150, and I think Zerg's thing is like 120, 125, because it's 75 for the Evo chamber and then it's 50 for the drone, so 125 is correct. Now I'm going to be doing this pretty well here. As I see that he has Lings, I'm getting more Zealots than I am Stalkers, just throwing 1 sentry in there to make sure he doesn't try to go up my ramp or anything like that. And gonna kill them. Oh, he gets me right there, and I don't think I noticed this. Or he's gonna try to do something here, and they all die. So I even left my stalker up here, or I just sort of pushed him forward, and he can't go forward anymore because he's too fat for this little hole. Now, this is actually good overlord placement by this player here. He's got full vision of his base now, spreading that creep, but in the wrong direction. He should be going forward, not to the side, and he's even got this back of the vent spotted, just in case I do something like that. Now, if we look at his production tab, he's got 2 overlords and a bunch of lings coming. 10 lings and more on the way. Maybe... Nope, he's deciding to get a roach warrant. I've got a overseer up in his base right now, so I'm seeing what's going on. I can see that he's got barely any units, so I'm going to be moving forward here and throwing down a proxy, I think like right here-ish or something like that. Now, I did get a very... I wouldn't say very early RoboBay, but this is actually sort of later than I usually get it, to be totally honest. So I'm actually getting my RoboBay. I should be throwing down my second robotics pretty soon. And I don't think I get to use it in this game though, but yeah, doing that, getting my expansion as I am pushing out, and that's when you want to get your expansion, when you know you have the advantage and have time to fortify, saturate, and all that good stuff. So now I've got 3 sentries and 2 zealots against his 4 banelings and 6 zerglings, and his macro is iffy. My macro is also iffy if you look at that. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm probably waiting for something. No, I'm warping in a bunch of units. Getting 2 stalkers, 1 sentry, trying to use up all that gas. I think yep, there's another sentry. Am I going to get a 3rd one? No, I'm not. So, as of now, I have 5 sentries, 2 stalkers, and 2 zealots. That should be more than enough, and I believe I push in here momentarily. What else am I doing? I got this almost fully saturated now, throwing 6 probes on both of these gases, 3 respectively. And, yeah, this is fine how it is. Could be a little bit more saturated, but that's fine as it is. He snipes my observer, and that's actually a kind of weird animation. Oh well. But now he is researching ventricle sacs, which I don't understand why you would get that before you got Carapace, but good force fields going down here, preventing his banelings from getting to me. Bad force field there though. I was trying to trap his roaches in, but I didn't have enough energy to do it. And another pretty useless force field as he's just trying to attack me and not doing much. So I'm going to move these guys up here. I'm going to try to snipe this overlord. And that's pretty much it. Now I'm just going to be whittling down his army as I'm trying to macro and do other stuff. And my Colossus is out, my first Colossus, and I forget to get more Colossus. As you can see, my macro is slipping this game because this was my first game after casting all those games in that rage game and everything. So that's pretty much it. Even force fielding there to stop those Zerglings from getting closer to me, able to do that. And now the reinforcing Colossus is here, and he leads the game as his queen explodes into itty bitty tiny bits. I think that's her liver, or like her large intestine or something right there, and that's like, I don't even know what that is. And there's a dead stalker there too, but who knows. That's what a queen looks like when she explodes, and forever will be splattered but not falling onto the ground, I suppose. So my macro did slip that game. As you can see, I almost have 1k minerals and I almost have 500 gas. I don't know what it was. I was probably just really mad about something or other. I don't know. Because I've been playing a lot of Zerg versus Protoss versus Zerg, and I hate playing Zerg. I really do, because most of them 6-pool, and it just gets tiresome. It really does. Not that I don't, not that I'm like complaining that I don't like it. It's just taxing. And 6-pooling Zerg is fun for me because I can hold it off perfectly now because I know how to do a perfect wall in, and I know how to counter in, all that good stuff. So that's that, and this is the last game I'm going to be casting. Hopefully I will have my new mic soon, so you don't have this annoying little fuzzy twitching type thing coming from my mic whenever I move my head like that. Yeah. So that's it, and I'll see you guys later.